Next, I would like to welcome, it's like Dara Cloud's posse. Which is Nick Chang, Donte Felder, Tan Wen, and Karen Lasek. Please.
So I'll start with Nathan. Nate Chang began his time at Goddard writing screenplays, then fiction, and finally found himself in writing a graphic novel. It was an incredible journey to have watched him take and to have been a part of. His thesis, Dreams of Mars, the New Saints, is a profound and moving Gothic tale of Thomas Lowe, an artist who is promised a life in which he doesn't need to work a day job in exchange for finding an elusive girl. He lives in a world populated by robot baristas and roving television monitors, machines who are more human than people are. To help him find the girl, Thomas hires a private eye who turns out to be schizophrenic. Her violent hallucinations put the entire investigation into jeopardy and almost cost them the rescue. Ultimately, they triumph, and it seems they will earn the life they dream of until you'll have to wait for the sequel. The book is fabulously wild and creative achievement. Congratulations.
I remember sitting in this hall 4 other times, listening to other graduates, and each time thinking that I had a speech in mind, that I had something insightful and witty to say. But as I stand here, I find that what was once important has fallen by the wayside. So to the faculty and staff here at Goddard, I will simply say thank you. Thank you for showing me the way, for getting me to trust the process. Thank you for calling the park ranger when my door wouldn't open. Thank you for the frat house and the sleepless nights filled with ping pong that ensued. Thank you for quinoa. Thank you for letting me write what I needed to write. Thank you for giving me the feedback I needed, whether I knew I needed it or not. Thank you for the late night film series. Thank you for encouraging me to walk paths I never believed in before. Thank you for sending all the letters I wrote. And thank you for being there when I needed you. Thank you. For my family, my wife Nancy, thank you for standing beside me 100% of the time and never ever telling me I couldn't or that this was a bad idea. To the students, both new and seasoned, it was my initial reaction to emphatically tell you not to follow in my footsteps. That changing genre twice was stupid and that my process was far too circuitous and relied too much on happenstance and the hand of God. But that's not really true. I got where I am through hard work and the love and caring of many people who I would not trade for the world. So be circuitous. Laugh at your failures, cry at your successes. The critical work is a friend in disguise. The teaching practicum can be one of the most rewarding experiences of your life. If you need to change genres or take a 5th semester, do it. Trust that there is a process and that your highest highs and your lowest lows are a part of it. Above all, trust yourself. Thank you, and to my friends here, old and new, you've been there for me, whether you knew it or not, and I promise you, I'm never more than an email or a phone call away. Thank you.
Thank you, Donte Felder, for writing Southern Stories. As I accept this degree, wait a second. Well, clearly the lines have been blurred here. Southern Stories chronicles the life of Manny, a talented artist at a young age who grows up in a gang-infested neighborhood. When his brother, a gang member, is killed on the streets at the age of 16, Manny assumes his place. On Manny's own 16th birthday, he experiences his last close call, however. His mother, Tanisha, determined to save her one remaining child, ships him off to Bastrop, Louisiana, to his grandfather's house. Hank is old school and no nonsense, and he teaches Manny that his life is worth something and that he can be a part of a community that makes things rather than destroys them. Donte's quick-paced dialogue and ear for all the varied voices in his story make his screenplay not just another movie, but a unique and deeply human work of art, the kind of thing Manny would be proud to have made himself. It's been a true privilege and a life-changing experience for me to work with Donte.
Jedi 1, 2, 3 is in the house. So, yeah, I just had this crazy epiphany that, you know, walking up here, that my life mirrors Forrest Gump. Just to break it down simply, I mean, I just remember a couple scenes vividly. Forrest listening to his mom negotiate for him to stay out of special education. I was in special education for 4 or 5 years for writing, which is crazy that I'm getting the MFA in writing. Another scene that was Forrest played football, I played football, and another scene that just right now that definitely has weight in my life is when Forrest hears his mom. So when Forrest gets a call that his mom's sick, and 3 weeks ago, I get the call that my mom's sick and that she may die or may not. Just going through that. And I just remember being the doctors and the doctor coming in and saying, oh, your mom, she has cancer and it's spread. And I just remember consoling my dad, and I was thinking, God, when I was bending down, I was thinking, God, please do not let my crack show right now in everybody's people. And so I got up and pulled my pants and so just got into the fight. So I just remember thinking that with Forrest's line that I don't want to talk about that. And so it was interesting that I tried not to talk about it, but my daughter family kept pushing, and trying to help out where they can. So I definitely appreciate that. And I also remember in Forrest that moment, that beautiful moment where you just see the clouds and there's a serene peace. There's a peace that when Jenny was dying, that cathartic moment, and he's talking he's talking to Jenny, and he's just going over the beauty of the earth, of our world. And so I think that every day that you should remember the beauty that we have inside, remember the beauty that we take for granted, and just remember the beauty of your family, that your friends, your colleagues, that we are here and we have purpose and we have value, and we need to treat each other with value and respect. So just remember that, Goddard, I love you. You are my family, you are my heart. Tanisha, I love you. You put me through, or you pushed me. Pushed me. pushed me. Beige, she was concerned that I would show my butt crack, so kept on my. What'd you say, Beige? Don't show your crack. I'm good. So yeah, Goddard, do what you need to do. I mean, we are a beacon, and we are artists, and we need to be proud of that, and we need to put our get t-shirts. Get t-shirts that says I'm an artist. And rock it. Black Jedi 1, 2, 3 is out. Peace.
I forgot to say how many people have come up to me, new students, old students, and said, well, I just talked to Donte Felder about it and I worked it all out. Ta's book of poems, My Only Love, is a series of poems which explore every facet of a young man's yearning for a love he can't make happen. From a seat in a coffee shop, he watches a young woman and imagines her falling in love with him and all the joy that could bring. And then he imagines the slow dissolution of the relationship and the too many ways in which they will never get along. And so he lives a lifetime in a single series of poems, but never acts on his feelings. Ta's journey in getting to Goddard, then earning his MFA, has been nothing short of heroic, and a testament to his will to learn. Congratulations, Ta.
Goddard has been amazing to me. Thank you, teachers, for showing me that I can always write better. Thank you, Mark, for making books accessible for me. Thanks to the staff members for helping me get food every meal and for bringing my luggage to the dorm and to the bus stop. Thanks for being at the bus stop to make sure I didn't wander around like I did with Greg when we were going somewhere. I always said to him, I'm following you, and he said, oh, no, I'm following you. So we ended up going around in circles. We then ended up at the beach like we wanted, but a lot of times we ended up on the neighborhood streets. Thanks, Greg, for those unforgettable times, those laughs. I could never make it through the residency without you. Thanks, Joyce, for taking me on a walk to the beach. And thanks, Lori, for the ice cream you bought to boost my energy. Thanks to my mom and dad for preparing my luggage and having them on my wheelchair for every residency. Thank you, fellow writers, for supporting me, and thank all for the impressive experience. It was awful. I meant awesome. No, I meant wonderful. No matter how much It tears me every time thinking about it. I think wonderful describes the experience best because I enjoyed it so much. It is uniquely Goddard's because of its people.